brand new SRAM group set. Our new studio. Wow.
Crank, new shifter, flat top chain.
It looks so different.
It's a cassette.
How well it works.
And I'm 85 kilograms. It's on a floating system. Super impressive. So quiet on an XC bike. Woo. That's a bit weird. There you have it. Glad I got a dropper on there. Absolutely amazing.
Good morning. We have come out to Tweeks Cycles today and we are very excited because we are going to get to look at a brand new SRAM group set.
So we are in the Tweeks warehouse now, walking into the studio area.
So this is like the guts of the area. And we have apparently our new studio, which we are about to see. With, oh my God.
Wow.
I think this is a bit too professional for us. So we've got the set here, all the soft lighting, more lighting, reflective.
Wow.
It's got microphone hanging from, oh my God, this is so pro. This is, I'm actually a little bit speechless.
Makes you feel special.
Yeah. Well, you certainly are special. So we got to say just a huge thank you to these boys for setting this up. It's a bit like dreams come true, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is going to give us a totally new angle on what we're doing.
Now cut to that camera. So here it is, the new SRAM group set. Who's turning it up?
So this is it. This is our first bit of filming with the new set. We're looking at the very posh camera, not an iPhone, although we may mix in some iPhone stuff with this. Tell us what you think. We're really interested to know what you think about our set. Rodney's there. It's probably a good idea letting Rodney use an Allen key and not a knife because he's very clumsy. Extremely dangerous.
Right, get rid of that. So this is the box, the SRAM XXSL.
And I'm guessing this is as you would buy it.
Stickers, bottom bracket spacers, that's exciting. Here's the proper stuff. We got the crank, carbon crank with a new chainring as well.
Have a look at that lovely machine chainring.
Battery, obviously, because it's wireless. New shifter, which is more like,
I like that.
buttons. It's nothing like the last one. Charger. Light up the front. Flat top chain, which means it's stronger but also lighter. Then we've got the main event, the mech. Wireless.
It looks so different
Yeah.
to anything else that's on the market.
No, it's mad looking, and it's got no hanger.
Yeah, I think basically it's got to fit their own,
It needs the SRAM UV8
and so on,
universal derailleur hanger.
of which there are going to be a lot of these fitted to bikes as of sort of this year and going into the future.
So I think it makes it stronger, not having a hanger. Bolt straight onto the frame. There's your other side, non-drive crank. And then the last bit we've got
Wow.
is the cassette.
So I'm guessing it's 12 speed.
Well, I'm not going to count, but I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah. That looks nice and it feels super light as
Yeah.
well. So that's the unboxing. I think now it's time to
Let's quickly
look at this Lapierre, take off the standard gearing. I'm not a bike mechanic.
So, because it's got the universal hanger, which is that, going to take it off so the mech can fit directly onto the frame.
That's it. It's gone.
There we go. She's off.
Oh, mate, that's off.
That's the cassette off. Should we compare the weight?
Yes.
So that's the GX cassette, and this is the new SL cassette. And there's definitely a difference. That's definitely
Oh,
not.
yeah, 100%. So that's lighter. The crank is ridiculously lighter, because obviously that's carbon, that's alloy. That's full on top of the range.
Obviously the mech's going to be a little bit heavier, but considering the fact that this one's got a whole electric system to it, they're pretty much the same weight.
And then the shifter, yeah, that's 100% lighter as well. And look how tiny it is. Right, so time to get things on. First thing to put on is a cassette. It goes on nice and easy, being a SRAM. We're not worrying too much about torque settings, because when this is finished, this is going to the mechanic here who's going to check everything over before we take it away. Right, that's on. So this shifter can go either way like that, up and down, and also we've got a bolt here so you can get it exactly how you want it.
No, it's that. You can put either side of that onto the... and that changes the angle of the bars.
Okay, I've got my trusty assistant here, so it'll be kind of like that. I think that's where you want it. Okay.
And that position feels about right. I've got to say, that does feel mint.
And what's it worth mentioning as well, Tony, about what you can get for it?
You can get the matchmaker clamp, which basically just fits that directly onto the brake lever.
Right, that's that done. So we have our Mark II mechanical genius here. Crank in time. There we go.
She's in.
So that's your crank adjuster. Right, that feels good. Teeny bit of movement now, which we can get rid of with this adjuster, hopefully. Right, we're in business there.
So that's the cranks finally on. Next thing up on our whiteboard is the rear mech.
How?
A few moments later.
So we've got the instructions here.
That comes out of there. That is,
That goes in the frame.
so I'm guessing that goes like that. We need to put a bit of grease on there, like so. Then we put it back in. And we've got this bit here, which rotates. So it goes that way, and I think it has to be up like that. Yeah, that makes sense. Let me fit this. Oh, there we go. Yeah, still a bit of movement.
Let it show up, put the wheel on. So Dad has old eyes and was struggling with reading. Verify the chain has been cut to the proper size. Has the chain been cut to the proper size?
Not that I know of.
So
you've got guides with this. It tells you on the chain, it's all about your chain stay length, and you work it out. What SRAM are going to do eventually is they'll have on their website, they'll literally have a list of every bike, and you'll know what size to cut it to. But all we need to know now is the length of this chainstay, and then we know how many links we need to keep on the chain. Do you know the length of this chainstay?
435.
So this is a 435 chainstay, and that works out at 116 links.
3 hours later.
70 volt. Let's just check my invisible watch.
The next day.
16, so that's 116 there. How many is it in total? That would be the easiest way, and just
126. Why did we do all of that one? Just counted all of the links from the end, then we realised that the full length is 126. All we had to do was count 10.
Here goes nothing. Okay, so we have cut down. They're ready to put on. I'm guessing there's a way as well with these, isn't it? So as you can see, it's flat on one side, and we've got the curved bits, and I'm guessing the flat bits on the outside. It's got to be.
Obviously, it's flat top.
Yeah, so what they call it.
Yeah.
That'd be why then. So
Chuck it right up with the red ring.
there's a red ring go in the middle of it, or it's on back one, must be.
Next job we got to do is, well, first we need the battery. I managed to catch that one first try. Put it in. Undo this little flap thing. Next job we got to do is connect the mech actually straight up to the shifter. So there is a little button here, if you want to show them that. You hold it until it starts flashing. There we go. And then do the same with, there's a button here. You can't really see, but it's there. And then you come in, click this again. This isn't a tutorial, by the way, but this is pretty much, this is what I did. And that's it. It's connected. And she's shifting. Next job is to actually index the gears, which you do by doing this. You hold this inside button again, and then you press the hoover away, and it moved the mech.
That's it, that's moving tiny little increments.
Yeah, and that's how you index it. So there is a SRAM Axis app that you'll be able to use to help with your setup and everything with this mech, but as of filming, this is pre-released, but if you're seeing this video now, you'll be able to do it with your phone.
Okay, so we fitted it, it's all set up, it's ready to go. There's only one more thing to do, and this is the real fun bit, and that is to get out on the trails and see exactly how well it works. Come on, Rodney.
So here we are, I've come to the awesome Church Stretton. I am in full XC attire, glasses, half face. I've got shorts on, I'm not mental. Even got the lycra, got the clips. I'll just tell you how I've got this bike set up a little bit. So there she is in all her glory. The only things I've fitted is the Psycho mudguard and the big downhill Saint pedals, the only clip pedals I had. And I've gone massive on the dropper. I've got a 200 PNW, which is a biggie, fits in there nicely, and just about managed to get the PNW lever on there. That probably needs moving about a bit, might touch my hand. So that's it. There's a few little gizmos on this bike that I've been asked to show people, so I shall fire away with that. One is to show the strength of this mech. I've been asked to do this, it feels so wrong. There, I'm on it, and I'm 85 kilograms. The other is to give it a kick. Ready? Wow. Definitely not bent. So you get the idea. There's a stick caught in your bottom jockey. There we go. Look at that. It's on a floating system. So you're not going to write it off? That is so cool. The first thing I noticed is just how ridiculously easy it is to climb up a road on an XC bike with skinny XC tyres. It's almost like an e-bike. I've always said that an XC bike is as similar up the hills to a full fat e-bike when it's in eco, and I'd say that was a bit of a guess, but I'd say I was kind of right so far. Wait till I'm steep stuff. So shifting, I've got it set for 1 shift. Even if you hold it down, you can set it so it'll do 3 if you hold it down. I've got it set so that is up, the top one, lower one is down. That seems how it should be to me, up to the rider though, that is. And so far, bloody amazing. You know, even putting it under tension and changing doesn't seem to make any stressful effort of it at all. Now I'm on the flat and I can change down and up a bit. Just the speed of which it'll change, you know, when I'm like multi-pressing is super impressive. Oh my god, it's so peaceful. Because I'm used to like an e-bike, and they always make some sort of either a motor noise or all the cogs on the Rocky Mountain, some sort of drivetrain noise. This is just so quiet. It's really nice and peaceful. So it makes for a nice change, to be honest. Right, so although this isn't an enduro bike at all, I'm going to take it on our track for literally a steady run down. You know, I'm almost like going to XC it, plus it's full of puddles. Don't want to get soaked at the beginning of the ride. This is where you realise just how different an XC bike is. I think you know, if Rally let us keep this Lapierre, I'd or at least for a while, I'd definitely think about different bar, stem, maybe even some slightly longer travel forks. There you go, there's my leg soaked now. Feels so different, but the bike is like totally and utterly silent. It's mental. These little Recon tyres, obviously more of an XC summer type tyre. So grip is going to be minimal. Whoa! XC bike is very different to an enduro bike. I love how low the seat will go on this. I've got I'd say a 200mm dropper. So I've added some weight to it with the dropper, the pedals. It's coming in at £27, which is still pretty bloody light compared to me probably 27 kilogram e-bike. Surprisingly alright actually, just as long as you go steady. I couldn't imagine trying to go fast on an XC bike. Woo. Whoa, Freddy foot out. Definitely a whole new experience in downhill. I think the main thing is just how low the front is and how flat the bars are. It's giving me a bit of hand pump because my hands aren't used to this. Not really much point talking about the gears right now because I'm not using them, I'm just coasting. Oh, hand pump central. Oosh. And that's that. Let's load up the gears. Top gear, went straight in, really quick. I was thinking I was going down there. It just feels like a really harsh ride. Just realised it's got like suspension lock lever on this. Front and back were locked. So maybe the next downhill will feel a lot plusher. So that locks it on and that unlocks it. Lock, unlock. Actually, as I'm riding on my own, it's quite difficult to film the gearing, but I will have a go and see if I can show it. I'll try and do it one-handed now and show you going up and down the block. Out onto the top of the Min now. This is proper cross-country territory here. Well, last time I rode a cross-country bike of my own up these parts, was 1996. Right, I'm going to do a sprint now from a standstill and put the camera down a bit and try and see how it goes. So I'm in first gear, get the seat down, go. Oh my god, it's seamless. Hiya. Now unlock the suspension. Oh, that feels better. Oh wow, loads better. Oh, that's loads plusher. Look at that lovely Shropshire. What a place. Down the gears, right down to the bottom. Loads left as well. Anti-open, this is like the glider area. Perfect day for them today. It's quite windy. I think if I was racing with these gears on, it'd probably take me a couple of rides to get it in my head how they feel, because it's so used to a normal shifter. But I think once you got used to it, I don't think there'd be any turning back, to be honest. God, this thing rolls so fast. Probably worth a mention on these cranks. Not sure how long they are. I'm going to guess at like 175, but they are super stiff carbon, quiet, no creaking. Obviously they're brand new, so they're not going to, but they feel really stiff. It really is a joy to pedal this thing. Right, I've tried it in that position, so I'm going to move that over to there, and then this can go that way because you can flip it. That's a bit weird. There you have it, that side. A bit more of a stretch for my finger. Almost do a bin in between the two. That's it, I'm finally in bottom gear. Absolutely flying along. That point when you realise you're in sort of the wrong valley. Absolutely really shocked how nice this bike handles. Actually getting pretty steep now. Glad I got a dropper on this. I'd have hated riding it without one. Oh my god. Yeah, when you got to hold on like now and change down just a little bit far away. Definitely come the way I didn't want to come. This is where a cross-country bike is very different to a tack bike. Whoa. Don't think I want to ride down there somewhere. God, it's so light for picking up like stuff like this. It's ridiculous. When you're on a cross-country bike, I'm always like super aware of how skinny and easy these tyres are to puncture, and how the geometry makes everything so much more gnarly. Better. Getting the hang of it a bit more now. It's actually quite gnarly on this bike doing stuff like this. So this is a Cardinal Valley climb. This is where it starts to get steep. Up there. And today's challenge, I'm going to try and get up it for the first time ever on a cross-country bike. Well, on an e-bike, except an e-bike. But first, I'm heading down for a coffee. That point where you think you had a stashed 20 in your backpack and realise you spent it months ago. Just couldn't get a coffee. Kind of annoying. Right, oh well. Let's try and get up this climb in one. Right, so back up to where it gets hard. This is a really tough climb. Only time I get up this rocky section, unlock the suspension, is on the e-bike. So not only is it hard, it's very, very technical. Blown it. No chance. No electric gears are going to help me on that section where it was rocky. You need skill of Danny McCaskill and legs of that German sprinter. But I'm keeping going, determined to ride to the top. Oh my god, it's savage, and there's a headwind killing me. This is determined to do it though. I've had to stop here. I just felt like my heart was going to explode. Oh dear, I'm done. I give in. I'm going to have to push this last little bit. Probably doesn't even look steep on there. Look at that. Absolutely amazing. Definitely the quietest bike I've ever been on. Not one, not even like a little rattle. And that's also a testament to the gears. Quite often, you know, a rear mech will be rattling away when you're pushing on a bit. This is just absolute bliss. Hey. So watch out when you're on 100mm travel. One false move, you could have a big over the bars. Church Stretton, also known locally as God's waiting room because it's full of old people. So what do I think of this new SRAM electric drivetrain? Absolutely wicked. Bear in mind that I have actually run Shimano Di2 for a few years in the past. I've also run very new XTR. There's not a tap on this stuff. It gets 100% thumbs up from me. If I was going to knock it, I'd say obviously it is quite pricey. It's not for those with shallow pockets, but I do think the way it's built, it's going to last years. You know, I've seen articles out there by people who've used this, like Pink Bike, have used it for a whole year and had no problems with it. So I suppose for the price, you've got to put that against durability. Thank you very much, Tweeks. Thank you very much, Rally UK, for the loan of the bike, and Lapierre. Check links in description for Tweeks where you can buy this, and for our sponsors, etc. Get yourself out there, get some ordered. Thanks for watching. Keep it pinned.